Hi guys, welcome to my channel and to my Money Honey series. My name is Melissa, and if you've watched any of the other videos on my channel, you'll see that a lot of what I do so far has been product reviews, things around beauty, and this is the intro video for my Money Honey series. So this is going to be around personal finance and managing your money. I love playing around with beauty products. I love cooking. I'm planning on doing some cooking videos, things like that. But my passion is helping women manage their money. I think the more that we can be knowledgeable about what we are doing with our finances, the stronger and more independent and happier and more secure we're going to be. And that is what I want to offer to you. Through this series of videos and the ongoing Money Honey videos that I'm going to do, I'm going to offer you a plan to follow to manage your money and be more in control of your finances. This isn't about going to a bank and sitting across from somebody in a suit who is a financial planner and they're going to tell you about investments that you need to buy and what the stock market is doing and portfolios and things like that. That's not what this is about. This is about how to manage your money day to day, month to month, and more than that, it's about how to achieve your goals in life. Money management is not about collecting as much money as you can. Money management is about using money, which is a resource, to achieve the goals that you have for yourself in life. I want to start this off by saying that personal finance is just that. It's personal. There are certain things that I did that helped me get to where I am now, and there are going to be choices that you have to make. I am not going to tell you what you have to do. I am going to suggest some things that may work, and at some point I'm going to give you some choices about what you want to choose in terms of managing your money. It's all about you. I can't make you do anything, but I can give you some tools to help you along the way. Following through this Money Honey series with me, there are a number of things you're going to be able to do by the end. You're going to be able to create a monthly balanced budget and actually have the tools to follow that budget. There will also be some guidelines about how much you should be spending in each category of your budget. We're going to work through all of that together. I'm going to put forward a path for you to follow, a series of Money Honey achievements in order to get you to reaching your goals and to being financially healthy. And as you watch through this series, you're going to really understand where you are along that path and what your current focus should be in terms of managing your money. By working through this together, we're going to understand how to build an emergency fund, how to start saving for retirement, and how to pay off debt that you may have. We're going to talk about some motivational tools to keep you excited along the way. Doing some of these things can take some time, so we're going to talk about how to stay excited and engaged in taking care of your money. We're going to understand some technical things like net worth and how to use that as a measure of your success in financial management. And we're also going to do some things about understanding a little bit about investment and saving vehicles, enough so that you can understand the questions that you need to ask should you be talking across the desk to somebody at a bank who is trying to sell you something. We're going to look now at the Money Honey's path, the achievements that we're going to work through, that we're going to work through in a sequential order because it will really help you focus on one thing at a time and know where you are in terms of getting to the next stage of being financially secure. You will see, as I mentioned before, that overlaying all of this is your personal vision. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a future Money Honey's video, but I want you to really get in there with the tactics first. We're going to start off with the very basics of your financial planning, and that is understanding your income, expenses, and using that to build a monthly budget. After that, we're going to build an emergency fund of 1 month of your expenses. We are going to start the habit of retirement savings because it is a habit. It's more about doing it consistently than necessarily the amount that you're putting away. We're going to take a deep dive into paying off your consumer debt and working through that together. We're going to start fully saving for retirement, and then we're going to complete the emergency fund. And that's where you get to move on to working towards your personal goals that you set for yourself. And your personal goals is really what this is all about. Do you want to go back to school? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to have a bunch of kids and be able to pay for them to go to university? Do you want to go on vacations every year? Do you want to live in a exciting city that's going to cost a little bit more? Or do you want to own a farm and a bunch of horses? this is what money management is about. It's not about budgets and money and amassing a huge pile of wealth. It's about deciding what your goals are and working towards them with one of your most important resources. And we're going to work through that together. Before we end this intro video, I want to tell you a story about me 8 years ago. I was married, I had a good job making a good income, and I had about $20,000 worth of consumer debt. My checking account was always going into and out of overdraft. It was my responsibility to pay the bills in the house, and I would kind of ignore it for as long as I could until I knew the bills were piling up, and then I would go in and pay them all at once. It was not a fun place to be in. I was ignoring money most of the time, and I mostly thought, hey, I'm making good money. My husband is making good money. We're doing okay, right? Although if I really look back on it now, we both had similar amounts of debt. We had a mortgage. We weren't really getting ahead. I wasn't putting anything into retirement, and we were just kind of treading water. And if you combine our incomes together, we were making probably a little more than $100,000 a year, and we weren't getting anywhere. And then my husband and I separated, and suddenly I went from just keeping my head above water, having shared bills and shared mortgage, and having somebody else to work with, to trying to figure out how to take care of all of that myself. It was a bit of a panicked moment at a time when there was a lot of other change going on in my life, and I had to figure out what I was doing. And I did. It makes me feel very strong and self-reliant that I got to a place where I am now. I did a lot of reading, I learned a lot, and that's what I want to share with you, is everything that I learned, because it makes me so proud of myself. And if we can have a community of women who are strong and smart and secure, you have so many choices in life and you have so much you can do. And I want you to have the feeling that I have, because it's an amazing place to be. I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you and sharing the learning that I've had along the way. And I think we can have some fun with it too. So please come back here and join me. I am going to have this introduction video paired up with the very first in the MoneyHoney series, talking about budgets and income. Please subscribe. Basically, I'm going to aim to put these videos out about once a week. So if you are watching this as I am putting them out, if you subscribe and sign up for alerts, you can see right when they come out. And if you are joining me a little bit later, subscribe as well. I'm going to continue making these videos, and you will get a chance to work through them a little bit faster. I'll be putting them all in one playlist, so it's a bit easier to find them. Thanks so much. See you again soon.